Hey everyone, Shebim here, and we are back with some more Foot Manager here. We've got the final matches of the season. It is all up for grabs. We are still in this. We've had a couple of dodgy results. Losing 2-1 to Arsenal wasn't great. We then beat Villa 2-0. But then we lost 2-0 to West Ham. But we're still in this. 2 games remain. It's not in our hands anymore, though. As you can see, we are fine from Chelsea. If we win these 2 games, we are fine from Chelsea. It is just Liverpool we have to worry. Because Liverpool, they have 3 games in hand on us. If they win those 3 games in hand, they'll go 2 points ahead of us. So we just need Liverpool to lose some points. They've got a better goal difference as well. So, yeah, it's going to get a bit iffy, isn't it? But let's get into our game. All we can do is control what we can do. So we have got West Bromwich Albion at home and then Wolves away. So without further ado, West Brom awaits. And here we go. This is the team then to play West Brom. Now, we have got a few injuries and a few suspensions. First of all, of course, our number 1 keeper, Nemec, is injured. So in comes Steve Corbett for his 16th game of the season. Not sure if I'm going to keep him or not. At left back, we have Antonio Luis, who's wanted by Man United, I believe, isn't it? Oh, and Man City and Arsenal and Spurs now. Don't really want to lose him to a competitor, to be honest with you. The back 2 then are Arhan Versteeg alongside Marco Costa. This should be our number 1 choice centre-back pair for the next, well, 5 years at least, I would hope. With Magnus Helgesson at right back, as Coates is still a bit knackered. I think he just needs a season to finish. They're going to have a bit of a break, I think. The 2 centre mids then are Patrick van de Ven, playing alongside Antonio Lazzarini. And then the front 3, we're going to give a first start. Yes, to Istvan Novak, his first start in the Premiership. 18-year-old Hungarian we got from Red Bull Salzburg. He's not going to be fantastic, don't get me wrong, but he's got a great potential ahead of him. He's only 18 years old, so we need to start giving him a few games and sort of get him going, and hopefully next season he'll get a lot more football. In the centre then we've got João Ribeiro. Not as many goals I would have hoped this season, to be honest, but not bad. Lee Thomas up the right. And then our striker, due to a suspension of Brian Santana, we've got Holger Feiner playing for his third Premiership start. Not scored a goal in the Premiership yet, though, so hopefully today is going to be his day. We need to win because we need to continue putting the pressure on, especially considering that Liverpool can now catch up if they win all 3 of their games in hand. One of those games is against Manchester United, though, so we can really hope that Man United can do us a favour. But then again, I feel like we're definitely going to finish second at the lowest, and second is not bad. I mean, I was hoping to scrape 6th position this season. If we can finish second, I'd be more than happy, but obviously if we win the Premiership, I'll be a very, very happy man. Thomas off the angle, wow. Is Novak back to Antonio Luis. It's nice that I want to start playing more players like Novak next season, but since we're going to be in the Champions League next year, we're going to have a lot of extra games. That's why Liverpool's so far behind us, because Liverpool are in the Champions League semi-finals. They are facing Manchester United at the moment in a 2-legged affair. So that's why they're 3 games behind us, because the amount of extra games we've had to play. So next season, hopefully we'll have that as well as Thomas. Come on, Thomas. That was your big chance, my man. Big, big chance. Right, it's a strong start, though. We're dominating the game. 70% possession, 6 shots. None on target. That's the worrying thing. 6 shots, not a single one on target. Chelsea got the lead over Stoke, which shouldn't be a problem. If we need 1 point in our next 2 games to finish ahead of Chelsea. Just 1 point, that'll do us. So they're not too much of a worry now. Man United, I don't think, can catch us up. Man City, nowhere near Arsenal. It literally is just Liverpool now. It's Newcastle versus Liverpool for the Premiership. Chelsea scored a second. And still, 11 shots, 1 on target. That is shockingly bad. Shockingly bad. Brighton are 1-0 up at Southampton. Okay, right. I'm going to say assertively that I'm far from pleased with what I just saw. You need to hit the target at least once in your life. I want to be able to give Novak the full 90 minutes, and I'm only going to do that if we get ourselves a goal. We've got Conte on the bench as well I'd like to bring on. Young 16-year-old Sierra Leonean player. Right, finally a highlight. Ribeiro. Novak, who hasn't been bad in this game actually. Lazzarini spreads it out for Helgesson, who brings it forward. Here's Thomas, Lazzarini, Van de Ven, back to Lazzarini. Back to Van de Ven. Spread out wide. Yep, here's Helguson. The ball's played behind him there, which wasn't ideal. Van de Ven. Back to Lazzarini. Again, Helguson's in tons of space out there, but Novak! Oh, wow! The young Hungarian almost making himself a hero. 59 minutes in there. If we don't win this game, I don't think we're going to be able to win the league, if we don't win this game. That's how important this game is. We don't have another striker on the bench either, do we? Oh, another highlight. Helguson, back to Marco Costa. It's Ribeiro, Lazzarini, Ribeiro, Van de Ven. Brings it forward, ball over the top, Antonio Luiz. Hits the first man, but Antonio Luiz chases it back and has it. Here's Versteeg. Lazzarini, Van de Ven. Bringing it forward, Van de Ven, great tackle. Drops to Thomas there, here's Ribeiro, Lazzarini. Again, wide to Helguson. That's a good ball. It's not a great clearance. Finer's on it. Oh, Finer. Had to be a goal. We're just wasting so many good opportunities now. Lazzarini's corner is not great. Van de Ven picks it back up. We stay on the pressure. The Van de Ven's cross is not good. It's going to go for another corner, though. Come on, guys. Lazzarini. Cleared as far as Thomas. Back out to Lazzarini. Ball into the middle. All the way through to Finer. Straight off the first man. Come on. Right, what we got? Nieto and Conte can both play striker. I feel like Nieto might be the best option at this point in time. So, the thing is, who are we taking off? Probably Van de Ven. Or maybe we don't take anyone off. Let's just push Lazzarini forward. And let's just go a bit more aggressive. Actually, let's bring on Nieto, because he's so dangerous from free kicks, he might just nick us a goal. So we're going to go 4 attacking players like that. I mean, we're really going all out here. I don't want to concede, because that would be awful now if we conceded. Conceding now could cost us the Premiership. But we have to score a goal. We can't afford to draw either. I'm not liking this. Oh, Helguson, what a tackle by the Icelandic right back. And all of a sudden the counter-attack's on. Nieto's ball, that's a good ball. Finding Finer, it doesn't. It's cut out, but it comes back to Helguson. Here's Van de Ven again. Come on, Newcastle. Ribeiro, out wide to Antonio Luiz. Novak. Oh, wow. I think that was a cross, but it almost went in. Got to go attacking, guys. You've got to get this goal. Right, let's bring on Busquets for Novak. There's not really much else I can do attacking-wise. I could bring on Tundi Conte, but I'm going to be taking off another player that... Van de Ven, can you play... You can play... Okay, Van de Ven's going to come in at defence. I don't know what I'm doing here at this point in time. Right, let's undo everything we've done here. Okay. So Van de Ven drops back. Let's take Luis. Let's bring on Conte. Like that. And then let's also bring on Busquets. It's a mess of a defence, I know, I'm aware. But we just got to push all out to try and get these goals. And hopefully Busquets and Tundi Conte can do us something. A 0-0 is not good enough here. Oh, this would be a terrible result if we get this result. I think this is going to be full time, isn't it? Nieto, ball into the middle. Tundi Conte over the top. Oh. Oh. It's going to be full time whistle, isn't it? West Brom wasting time, and there is the full-time whistle. I think we've just lost the Premiership here, lads. I really think we've lost the Premiership. That was just not good enough. We should have won that game. That was shocking. Shocking. We've got Wolverhampton Wanderers on the last day of the season. Liverpool have got 4 games in hand and they're only 8 points behind. They can afford to lose one of those games and draw another one and still go ahead of us. Right, let's see what happens. Let's push forward. And here we go. And this is our final game of the season. One we have to win to stand any chance of winning the league. We've got Corbett in goal still. We stick with the same back four. We bring Coates back in for the final game of the season. He's had a fantastic season for us so far and getting better and better. Still amazing he hasn't got an England cap. Nuno Coelho comes into midfield to play alongside Van de Ven. Nieto starts at left wing. We have Lee Thomas at right wing as the previous game. We're going to give a debut to Landry Ballo, a player I brought from Africa Sports. Got cracking stats. Really, really good stats. He's been away on loan at Morecambe for a bit of time. And now it's a chance for him to show what he can do in this game as well. But up front, of course, we have got Brian Santana. Well, they're playing quite defensive here today. So hopefully we can just go forward, score the goals we need and be done with it. Because we need to do well here. We need to do well. I mean, Liverpool have had one of their games in hand. They beat Aston Villa 4-1. So they mean business here. The problem was we were sort of still in control because they would have been 2 points ahead. But they had that game against Man United. If they lost that game against Man United, we would have been in control. But I don't... I'm a bit more worried of this now. Because now they need to lose they need to lose 2 of their final 5 games or 4 games. So it's going to make it a bit more difficult now. If we lose this or don't get the points in this one, which we are, with Brian Santana's 30th goal of the season. He has been absolutely amazing for us, old Brian Santana, I tell you. Absolutely fantastic. 30th goal of the season for him. Great ball in by Luis. Coelho, Versteeg. It wasn't actually Versteeg who played the pass. It was Lopez's tackle that pinged the ball through to Santana. It was more luck than judgment. I mean, I don't know why it's showing us... Oh, it's offside there, yeah, but in this situation, it doesn't matter if he's offside or not because the ball was played by the defender. But there we go, 1-0 up. Excellent. So I say we do have Ballo on the pitch. We'll give him a try out. He's another player who hopefully will get a bit of first-team football next season. He's only 17 years old, but he's got really good stats for his age. Very, very good stats for his age. Antonio Luis. Here is Ballo. Back to Coelho. Nice ball across to Coates, who's been good with the assist this season. Coelho, Van de Ven. Oh. Tipped. I know, I thought it was tipped over the top, but no, it's gone over. It's clear. Right. It's another highlight here. I'd love to get a second goal before half-time and then just sort of bring the attacking... reduce the attacking nature of the team a bit and just hold on to what we've got. But there's a good save. Corbett is one that might leave in the summer. I've got my eye on a English goalkeeper at Man United who's 22 years old, who has a really good potential. I got a feeling it could be Sam Johnson, but so I've got my eye on him, and I'd like to bring him in and make him our number 1 choice goalkeeper. What a goal! Nuno Coelho slammed into the back of the net. Wow! And Ballo gets the assist. Well done, Ballo. Good bit of play. I mean, Ballo gets the assist, but in fairness, all he did was play that simple side pass. It wasn't exactly... It goes down as assist, but it wasn't exactly the most difficult assist for him to make, was it really? Right. Half-time 2-0 up. Okay, well, we're signing off in style. That's all we needed. There we go. Liverpool aren't playing today, are they? No. West Brom are fighting for their survival. Which is probably why they got a point off us, because they were fighting for that survival. Alongside, I think it's West Brom and Brighton. The other 4 teams at the bottom have been relegated. What we'll do is This episode will just look at... I was going to do an end-of-season review as well, but I think that's going to take a bit longer than I expected. So I think that's Versteeg off, isn't it? That is Versteeg off, which means he's going to be suspended for the first game. Oh, no, it's in a yellow. Okay. Yeah, what we'll do this one is we will... We'll get to the end of the Premiership. We'll see who wins and who gets relegated and that. The next episode, I'll just do a sole end-of-season review. We'll go through all of the leagues in England and maybe a few of the big ones in Europe to see who's doing where, well and where and when and that sort of stuff. So yeah, keep an eye out for that next time. Because it's pretty interesting and we'll go through all the promotions and relegations and... I mean, the teams that are coming up, I've already seen a couple of teams that have been promoted up to the Premiership next season, which should be interesting. I mean, they're not completely out of the question. They're not ones you wouldn't expect. But I think next year, maybe, with the increase in money, we might see some more interesting ones. And the thing is now is that all the teams in the Division 1 have had a chance to earn a lot of money via the competitions that we put them in. And it'll be interesting to see who is signed by who in the summer, really. I've done this sort of thing before a couple of years ago. I never recorded it, but I had some big offers from like championship teams offering like 30-40 million for players. I'm like, wow. Thomas comes out to Louise. That's not a very good header. I don't know why he made that header, to be honest with you. There's the clearance, but there's nobody there for Wolves to take advantage, and Corbett gets the ball forward to Coates, forward to Coelho. It's a good bit of counter-attacking football here. Thomas, Coelho, here's Ballo, back to Coelho. I think Ballo's been pretty good here today. I mean, he hasn't looked out of place, has he? He hasn't lost the ball or anything that I've noticed anyway. So he's actually played a 6.9. He's one of the highest rated in the team at this point in time. So he's I'm happy to give him some more first team football next season. Obviously, with the Champions League and that coming up, there'll be a lot of extra games to play. So that's going to be the key, I think. But it looks like we're going to be okay here with a 2-0 lead. Let's make a substitution or two then. Let's bring on... I want Finer to score his first goal, but I don't want to take Santana off. So we're going to take off Lee Thomas. Move Coelho to attack in mid, and then we're going to play Finer and Santana together. Because I want to see Finer score a goal. He's not scored a league goal for us yet. I want to get him off the mark before next season. Because he's going to be our second choice striker next season behind Santana. Because I got his name now, Richard James, or what his name was. He's going. He's not good enough. He's nowhere near good enough to play for us. I brought him in because he was an English striker, but I think we've probably got English strikers in our academy that'll play in the All-English Cup. He's just not good enough. I mean, he hasn't scored a single goal. He's played in quite a few cup games. He's played in all the English Cup games of the All-English Cup and didn't score a single goal. I think he started like 9 or 12 or 15 games, not scored a single goal. So, yeah, he'll be gone. I'm going to have to try and clear out quite a bit in the summer because my squad was far too big as it was. I brought a lot of under-23s and under-18s with the basis that, obviously, I'd get rid of the ones that don't progress well enough. But I've also got like I'm not even going to joke to you. There's like another 50 names coming in this summer. I've signed a huge amount of young players once again. So, yeah, it's going to be very difficult. Right, 2-0 victory. It's a great way to sign off for the league. But now we just have to sit and wait and see what happens with Liverpool. Right, currently then we are 8 points ahead of Liverpool. They've got 4 games in hand. Chelsea can only get to 98, so they can't catch us. Liverpool can get up to 103. Man United can get up to 95, so they can't get ahead of us either. So yeah, we've just got to sit and wait now. Liverpool have got... Right, they've got the British Cup final first. And the Premier... Oh my god, they've got so many games. Liverpool are doing so well this season. So they lost to us in the Bright Stars Championship final. They're in the Premier Cup final against Man City, and they're in the British Cup final against Spurs, and they're in the Champions League final. Wow. So it's the 20th of the 5th. 6 days' time is the next Liverpool game. Right, they've got Chelsea and Man United. If they lose Chelsea and Man United games, then there's a chance we could win the league. But let's see what happens. Here we go then. Chelsea at home to Liverpool. This is a big game for us, this. Come on, Chelsea. Yes, Chelsea won 2-0. Okay. Liverpool have to win all 3 of their remaining games now to beat us. That'll put them 1 point ahead of us. And their next game is against Manchester United. Let's get forward to that one. Here we go then. A big one. Man United at home to Liverpool. If Man United win this, if Liverpool don't win, we've done it. We've done it. We've won the Premiership. Oh, we haven't we? There's no way Liverpool can win it now. They've got 2 games left. If they win both, they've got 98 points. We've won the bloody Premiership. Yeah. Oh my god, I can't believe that. I really can't believe that. Honest to God, I wanted just to scrape 6th place and we have gone and won the bloody league. No way. Wow. Okay. We're going to call it there for an episode then. We'll come back next time, or tomorrow. We'll just have a quick, simple episode tomorrow. We'll go through all the leagues and see who got relegated, who got promoted. And then I can sort of look throughout the summer to put together what I want to do for next season. There's a lot of players coming in. I can give you a quick look. I can show you how over the top I've got. I mean, look at all these players that are coming in. They're not all coming in this window. Some of them are too young, so they're like 2020 and 2021. But there's going to be a lot of players coming in. Right, so I've been Shabby Gamer. Thank you for watching. I'll see you tomorrow when we will have a nice little look about who got relegated and promoted. Bye.